Hey everyone, this is Karen Waxman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about what the benefits are of selling to retail chains. So if you have a great consumer product and you want to sell to retail chains, but you're concerned about them, here are some benefits and things to think about in regards to how amazing it is to sell to them. With that said, let's get started on today's training. One of the questions people ask me are, what are the benefits of selling to retail chains? So they're deciding whether or not they should go after the retail chain store market. I wanted to talk to you about the benefits of selling to them. So if you are a consumer product brand, one reason you want to sell to retail chains is that on their website, on average, they have millions of people coming to their website every single month. The reason that matters to you is that's millions of people per retailer that can know about your product. So that's just per month. That is huge. How much money that would take for you to do that on your own is, number one, very difficult to do. So being able to leverage all the money they spent and all the success they've had is a very big deal. Another reason that a benefit of selling to retail chains is in their physical stores, they spent a fortune getting people to come there and to basically buy things. They've trained their audience to buy stuff. That's what a store is. And they've done it really well, and they've done it repetitively and a lot. So the reason that's a benefit to you is they can actually buy your product in bulk, which ultimately will lead to you being able to make more money faster because they're giving you purchase orders, cash in hand, versus you going on to Amazon and basically, as an example, and basically having to submit your product, and then you have to go find the clientele. In this case, they're actually doing that for you. And again, a lot of people go to their stores. Costco on a weekend at one store gets hundreds of thousands of people on average to go to their stores just for a weekend, which is why they have those Costco roadshows and so forth, because they know that. They're leveraging that for more eyeballs, more people to know about it. It's a big opportunity. And it's a purchase order. It's not just you hoping that someone knows about your product somewhere. It's really receiving cash in hand. The other thing is you get the benefit of being cool. Other people will find out about you. When you say that I've been selling to Ulta Beauty or Sephora, if you have a beauty product, that makes you cool. It makes you important. And all of a sudden, all the distributors will start popping in. And that's where the real money happens, when people start knowing about you because you become cool. Another thing is that these buyers, once they start buying, can buy huge quantities of products long term. I had clients who've literally sold to certain retailers for over a decade. Once it goes in, they can do really well with it. Now, obviously, there's some that just don't sell. But the ones that do, the staples, the ones that maybe showed up and just convert, year over year, you're literally just getting purchase orders. I did an interview with a client and he said, seriously, out of nowhere, all of a sudden retailers are buying so much. All he does is just get an email with a bunch of orders and out of nowhere, and he just has to fulfill them within a certain period of time. It's like heaven on earth once it's in. It can be really amazing. And people make many millions of dollars. I had one client who sold to HomeDepot.com through one of our service-based options on RetailMBA.com, meaning that we did reach out to them, got them into HomeDepot.com. They made millions of dollars in 1 year from just HomeDepot.com. Imagine that. It's just literally what they do on their Amazon site, but they do it for Home Depot, and they just make millions of dollars every year just on their website, not even in their stores yet. Can you imagine that? And that's a very big deal. So there are a lot of benefits of selling to retail chains. And my favorite one is, honestly, it is the most fun thing to see your product on store shelves. When I was selling to retailers back in the early 2000s, we would develop the products, create the products. I would go to Europe all the time and come up with new designs. When I first got started, I started in the fashion accessory business, and then we obviously evolved to lots of different types of products, but that was one of my original product categories. We were coming up with new ideas all the time because with fashion, you have to come up with the next new trend got to know what the trends are. And we had one product that got picked up by the world's largest retail chains, and that was my design. When I got to see my product on billboards and in stores, and I got to tell all my friends about it, I remember that day. That was the first time in my life I'd ever experienced it. It sounds so silly and egoic, but it is so cool to see that this thing just went out into the world and it turned into an experience. I still have that photo of that product. It was such a special experience in my life. And anyways, for me, it just feels cool to do something abnormal and outlandish and cool and difficult, right? Some of these things are really difficult to do, but they're not difficult once you know how. So the bottom line is, the final benefit I'll say is that you obviously go to stores, you're looking around store shelves, you're seeing all your competitors who have worse products than yours. And to know that your product's in there is probably one of the coolest things that could ever happen to you if you care about that stuff. And I did, and I got really excited, and I really want that from you, for you. This is Karen Waksman of Retail MBA. Please take a look out for additional trainings we create. Also, sign up for our Retail MBA year-long coaching system and training system, or join us at one of our events. Thanks so much.